All right. Let's go to our cash and trash list. There is still one game to be played in Week 13, but we will make any additions if we need to in our cash and trash list or in our power rankings if we need to. Ravens, Cowboys play today. Both those teams are not currently in the top 10 or will be in the top 10 right now. I doubt if the Ravens win, the win will look that good where they need to be in the top 10, and the Cowboys will never get near the top 10 as long as Mike McCarthy's the head coach. So I don't think we'll have any last second adjustments here to our lists. Alrighty, so let's start with the cash list here. This was the cash list going into Week 13. We had the Steelers defense, the Dolphins defense, Patrick Mahomes, Tyreek Hill, Nick Chubb, Derrick Henry, Deshaun Watson, Antonio Gibson, Robbie Gould, Nick Folk, and Latavius Murray. And I'll tell you right now, at least one person on this cash list is going from the cash list to the trash list. I'll let you guess before we get there. So let's start right from the top to the bottom. The Steelers defense, we got to reevaluate all these and then do the addition. So here we go. We'll start at the top, reevaluate them, see who stays, see who goes. So the Steelers defense is the first one we've got, and I mean, they gave up 23 points to Washington. Not the greatest. They kind of gave up this kind of game-winning field goal drive here. This is the touchdown. They officially tie the game. And then this field goal drive with, 5 minutes left. The Steelers defense bends a little bit, and they give up the field goal. So we're going to finally have to take off this Steelers defense, folks. It's truly unfortunate. They didn't even get an interception. They didn't get a fumble recovery. The defense, they own the best thing that they did was hold Washington to 23 points, but they didn't get a turnover. They let them drive down with 5 minutes left, take the lead in the fourth quarter. That's when the defense really needs to step up, and that's why the Steelers have been on this cash list. The defense has been on this cash list for so long. It's because their defense, they were forcing a lot of turnovers, bending and not breaking, not giving up, those points in the fourth quarter, not giving up any game-winning drives. That's why they were 11-0. But everything has to come to an end, and the Steelers defense is officially coming off the cash list. It's been the longest running cash list nominee here. I mean, they started on September 27th, folks, and it's now with December 8th. That's a hell of a run. So we salute the Steelers defense, but it finally has to fall. How unfortunate. So goodbye, Steelers defense. Hopefully you guys can get back on here next week. Alrighty, here we go. Dolphins defense, and I mean, they held the Bengals to 7 points, folks. That's pretty good. Where's the game? Right here. Holding the Bengals to 7 points, fantastic. They got an interception. They got 2 interceptions. So I mean, they did everything that you want them to do. Hold the team to only 7 points. That's very good. If you hold the team to only 1 score in a game, that's usually very, very good, folks. I mean, not scoring at least like 10 points in a game. Ooh, not good. So very, very well done to the Dolphins. Turnovers, holding the team to only 7 points will keep the Dolphins defense on here for another week. All right, now we go to Patrick Mahomes, and they got the win. He did throw 300 yards. I will give him that. But 1 touchdown, no interceptions, only 26 yards rushing. So this is a very solid game by Patrick Mahomes. Don't think we're going to count it as kind of cash. Only 22 points, a very close game. 3 points in the fourth quarter. Nothing, too spectacular like we get with Patrick Mahomes. So we are going to have to take him off. It was a very good performance, don't get me wrong. Don't think it's quite cash, though. Don't think it's quite cash. All right, so we take Patrick Mahomes off. All right, Tyreek Hill was the next one, a little bit wonky here. So let's go back to here. Tyreek Hill now. What did he do? Only 58 yards, no touchdowns. Could have had more yards and a touchdown if he knew he caught the ball, which he didn't. He didn't know he caught it. He did catch it. So, unfortunately, we are going to have to take Tyreek Hill off the list as well. Good performance, solid performance, not quite cash level. All right, now we go to Nick Chubb. All right, actually, we can do these at the same time. Nick Chubb and Derrick Henry both were on the cash list. Both faced each other this week. and the Browns come out on top. So let's start with Nick Chubb here. He had 80 yards and a touchdown. Derrick Henry only had 60 yards and no touchdown. So I was originally going to take both these players off the cash list, but I think we're going to leave Nick Chubb on. This was a head-to-head matchup. Nick Chubb, clearly played better than Derrick Henry, and we're going to leave Nick Chubb on. When we get, players going at each other on the cash list, I do like that. So let's give it to Nick Chubb. We'll keep him on. He outperformed Derrick Henry. So Nick Chubb stays, Derrick Henry goes. Alrighty, then we go to Deshaun Watson. And oh boy. When you have a chance to win the game and you beef it, man, that's not cash, I'll tell you that. Deshaun Watson, down 6 points, gets all the way down to the Colts 2-yard line. It's second and goal. They had second down, third down, and even fourth down. They would have had to go for it on fourth down, folks. So that's 3 plays that they could have tried to win the game, but it gets cut short because Deshaun Watson fumbles the ball, fumbles the snap, and then they lose the game because of it. So that's not cash, folks. You know what that is? That's trash, and I'll just leave it at that. So we'll leave it at that for now. Deshaun Watson, unfortunate, has to come off the cash list. All right, then we go to Antonio Gibson, and we said it right at the top of the show when we were breaking down Washington Steelers. The man got injured real early in this game, only had 2 carries for 14 yards. So unfortunate what happened to Antonio Gibson, but we are going to have to take him off the cash list. Sucks when you get injured, truly. Alrighty, so he's off the list. Oh my goodness, so look at this. I mean, we barely got anybody on this list. Don't worry, we got some additions too, so no worries there. All right, let's go to Robbie Gould. He was on this cash list because he hit a game-winning field goal against the Rams last week, but unfortunately here, didn't need his services too much. Only 1 field goal. He did make it. 3 extra points. He made them all. But, in the grand scheme of things, they never really needed him. He never had a chance to really prove himself as cash. So he had a good game. He did everything they asked of him. Hey, we're going to have you out there for the field goal. He made it. Hey, the extra points, make all those as well. So, good game, but just not really cash. His team loses. And, it's just unfortunate. So well done hitting the game winner last week. But this week, got to come off the cash list. All right, then we go to Nick Folk. They didn't even need him. 45-0. Oh, my goodness. They didn't even need Nick Folk. But he was there anyway. And what did he do? Let's see what this man did. Nick Folk. Here we go. 1 field goal, 6 extra points. 6 extra points, and he hit them all. Very well done. And because of that, I think we leave him on. I mean, 6 extra points. Yes, extra points are easy to make. But, you've got 6 of them. You probably missed one. He doesn't. So I think, are we going to leave Nick Folk on here one more week? Let's leave him on here one more week. 6 extra points. Calling his number all day. And he answers the call every single time. So let's give him a little bit of credit there. All right, and then that brings us to Latavius Murray. He's our last person that we have to reevaluate before we get to our additions here. And we'll go here. I mean, he didn't really do anything. 5 carries for 17 yards. Did he catch the ball? He caught it twice for no yards, so not a good day for Latavius Murray. They went back to Alvin Kamara finally, and that's why Latavius Murray did not have a big game. So thank you for your services, Latavius Murray, last week, but this week they are no longer needed. Look at this cash list, folks. Only 3 cash players. Oh, my goodness. But we have some additions, and we do have a couple of them. So, we're going to fill it right back up. So let's start here. Let's go to Jags and Vikings. We'll start it here. Where is the game? Here we go. Vikings in overtime. Game-winning field goal. We're putting kickers back on this list. Dan Bailey drills a 23-yarder, and he missed a field goal earlier in this game, so he's lucky. He made up with this one. What was the one that he missed? How far was that? Let's see that. Missed field goal. The game winner in regulation. Oh, my goodness. He's lucky he made up for it. Only 51 yards. Very makeable. But he makes up for it in overtime. Kind of lucks out. So we're going to give him a cashless spot there. When you hit the game winner, you hit the game winner. So well done, Dan Bailey. Took you twice. But, hey, sometimes, you get a second chance sometimes, and he makes the most of it. So well done, Dan Bailey. We're going to put him on the cash list. All right, and when was Sunday? Let's get the date right. 12-6. Perfect. Alrighty. All right, our next edition is going to come from the Jets-Raiders game. Alrighty, folks, we've got a game-winning 50-yard bomb Hail Mary. The thrower, Derek Carr. The catcher, Henry Ruggs. So congratulations to both of these players. Game-winning. Not quite walk-off, but very close to walk-off. Derek Carr throwing the ball 50 yards deep, right on the money. And then Henry Ruggs just absolutely obliterating his defender. The double move on the outside kills the cornerback. He's wide open in the sure hands of Henry Ruggs. Brings in the beautifully thrown ball by Derek Carr, and they upset the winless Jets for another week. How crazy was that finish, folks? So, well done, Derek Carr, Henry Ruggs. Welcome to the cash list. Welcome. All right. Our next cash list nominee is going to come from Browns Titans, and we have to honor this man. His first time on the cash list, Baker Mayfield, 25 of 33 for 334 yards, 4 touchdowns, no picks. Absolutely magnificent game. All those yards and touchdowns coming in the first half, basically, and we absolutely love it. Very well done, Baker Mayfield. He stepped up to the occasion. Their hardest game so far this season, and he makes it look like the easiest game he's played all year long, folks. What a game from Baker Mayfield. Who would have ever thought we would be saying that? But we still did see that fumble at the end of the game, so clean it up next game. We want a flawless game from Baker Mayfield, but in the first half it was absolutely fantastic, so well done. Alrighty, our next cash list nominee is coming from Seattle and the Giants. And folks, Wayne Gallman. I mean, Colt McCoy only threw for 105 yards, so yards and points had to come from somewhere, and the yards came from Wayne Gallman. 16 carries for 135 yards. Unfortunately, he did not have a touchdown, but they give the touchdown to Alfred Morris, kind of, in the short yard situations. But Wayne Gallman, I mean, as I just said, Colt McCoy wasn't throwing the ball around the field. How they had to get the yards was relying on Wayne Gallman to go and pick up all the yards he could, and he did that to a T, 135 of them. Absolutely fantastic. So they go on the road as division leaders. And Zeke, this is what you're supposed to do, baby. When your quarterback's out and now you're the guy, you're the main weapon, you're the running back, you have to step up, and Wayne Gallman did it, and we're still waiting for Zeke to do it, and it's been 6-7 weeks. So this is how you do it, Zeke. Wayne Gallman is better than Zeke. We'll say it right now. Wayne Gallman is a better running back than Zeke Elliott, and we stand by it. Well done, Wayne Gallman. Alrighty. Let's go to we have more additions here. Two more. All right, our next addition is going to come from Green Bay. And very close to putting Aaron Jones on here, very close, but we're going to make it a little exclusive, and we're only going to put one player on here from Green Bay, and we're going to go with Davante Adams. He had 121 yards receiving and 2 touchdowns. You love to see it. Aaron Jones very close as well, 30 yards and 1 touchdown, but we're going to go with Davante Adams over Aaron Jones this week. So well done, Davante Adams. Welcome back. This is not his first time on the cash list. Definitely won't be his last. Very great, reliable receiver. Davante Adams, well done. Alrighty, and then we've got one more addition here. And this one comes from Buffalo. We're giving Buffalo some love here today. I don't like to do it often. Josh Allen, he did lose a fumble. Not good. Do we not put him on because of that fumble and the 2 other fumbles that he had? 2 fumbles, lost one of them, but he played really good. All right, we're gonna give it to him. We're gonna keep Josh Allen on the cash list. 32 of 40, 375 yards and 4 touchdowns. Even though a lot were wide open, we're gonna give the man some credit. Just clean up the fumbles, you and Baker Mayfield. Look what you got me doing. I got Josh Allen and Baker Mayfield on this list, even though they both fumbled once and lost it during the game. That tells you how good of a game that they played to overcome that kind of fumble mistake. So, well done, Baker Mayfield. Well done, Josh Allen. But please keep it up. Please keep it up because we know you have tendencies to turn the ball over in the bigger games. So hopefully we don't look like clowns come next week. Alrighty, so that's the cash list going into next week. Kind of a little list here, So hopefully we get some more great performances next week.